Big knee, and Jim Miller is out.
I think what's going to be interesting to see who has the advantage. Oh, big left hand on the set. Wow.
Islam
Of course, that.
Oh, big knockdown for Dan Hooker. Vic's out.
That's it.
The Hangman back in a match.
Inside Islam versus Dan Hooker. Hey fight fans of MMA Inside. Today in this video, we bring it to you some details that you probably didn't know about a thundering clash in which Islam will face Dan Hooker. Before we begin this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel so you never miss any update. Since Hooker has called a replaced against Makachev, as he takes up the guard against one of the most fearless Dagestani fighters, Khabib's closest friend, Islam Makachev. There is no doubt that one big reason behind it is because of the reason that this fight is gonna hand Hooker a big paycheck. But there is a lot more than that, which will make it one of the most spicy fights on the card of UFC 267. It has not been much time since Hooker defeated Nasrat back on UFC 266 card, which took place just a month ago to this next challenge. Ali Abdelaziz also stated that
it seemed like people more interested into this fight than Rafael dos Anjos' fight. And Rafael is a former champ.
He also stated regarding Islam's potential, saying that
if I have to rank Islam today in the pound-for-pound list, I promise you, he's top 5 pound-for-pound.
it is arguably a fact that can be stated as true, since we all are definitely aware of how good Islam really is. Some people also state that he is the next Khabib, keeping in mind the fighting style Islam Makachev has. Talking so much of Islam might make you think that Dan might not be his level. No one can either underestimate what Dan Hooker is capable of. The dude literally fought the best lightweight of now Dustin until he had gone to the bed of a hospital.
They're getting a lifeline for those body shots.
Digs into the body and now Poirier with a counter.
Oh my gosh. Look at this. Oh my God!
Poirier in real trouble.
There is no doubt that Hooker has an unbeatable soul when it comes to MMA Octagon. MMA records. While Islam holds a much better record when it comes to the win-to-loss ratio, Dan Hooker holds a good record of 21 wins and 10 losses. Islam, on the other hand, almost have a perfect record of 20 wins and only 1 loss.
Big shot by Martins. It is all over.
Islam, who defeated Thiago Moises in his last bout. After dominating the Brazilian for consecutive 3 rounds, the Dagestani Sambo ace secured a submission victory with a rear neck choke. Dan came off a victory against Nasrat in his last bout just a month ago. Their resumes. Makachev is currently ranked at number 5 lightweight in the UFC with notable wins against Gleison Tibau, Thiago Moises, and Drew Dober. On the other hand, Hooker also has an impressive resume in which he boasted wins over elite fighters such as Al La Quinta, Jim Miller, Paul Felder, and Gilbert Burns. Dan Hooker's demand. Dan Hooker made his demands clear when in an interview he stated that he wants an immediate title shot if he came up with a win against Makachev. He said, "I feel like this gives me a title shot. I feel everyone is trying to skate Islam Makachev to a title fight, and that's mine if I beat him. I feel like I felt with the Michael Chandler fight when he went on to a title fight. While that is if he beats Makachev, who is undeniably the most exciting fighter in the UFC lightweight division." What fighters has to say about Islam versus Dan Hooker? Many UFC fighters have coined their opinion about Hooker versus Islam, while the most famous being what Henry Cejudo said, as he showed Hooker how he can save himself from being punished. For that, Cejudo suggested Hooker to improve his ground ability, as it is believed that Islam is very great when it comes to ground game, as he is trained by the same mentor that has trained Khabib, late father of the Eagle Abdul Manaf. Henry said in an interview that,
first of all, Dan, aka the cheap Hooker, he's gonna have to really work on his wrestling because Islam does bring that. And what's special about guys that know how to grapple and they're just die-hard wrestlers is they won't stop. So if Dan Hooker thinks that the striking, what he's doing, whatever he's doing right now, if he doesn't focus on that wrestling, you guys are gonna see him get punished. And he's picked up everything from Khabib. from his top control. I mean, that top control, that's folk style wrestling. You know, that you want to credit Dagestan, but in reality, what they're doing is they're doing folk style.
While it will be interesting, those both the fighters fight in the octagon, but it takes nothing away from the excitement of seeing two top-tier fighters like Islam and Dan clashing against each other. Who do you think will win the fight? Let us know in the comments below. So, that's enough from us. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to smash that like, and hey, don't forget to subscribe or Islam will smash you. We'll see you in the next video.